Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming today. Police Excellence. The Training Bureau Master of Ceremonies today. It's an honor to be here with you this afternoon. We have come together today as the friends, family, and colleagues of 30 people who have chosen to dedicate their life to the service of this community. You will hear this afternoon these 30 individuals extremely hard towards one specific goal: police officers, their constable badge. Over the past weeks, these young men have focused intently on their that degree of focus in their success at Police College and here at our training bureau. Now, with their recruit training behind them, they will receive promotion from that of a recruit constable to class constable. Here to welcome our newest officers, welcome our senior officers, managers. May I have the entrance of our guests of honor. Our now and class 7 salute. Thank you, Constable. I'd like to introduce members of the Peel Region, starting Alawali, Worship Chief Jennifer Evans. Ladies and also to introduce guests in attendance today, Deputy and Sonia Sidhu. With the introductions on Mark and Inspector Sandra, responsible. Our senior officers will take over responsibility with respective division. For Division, Superintendent Rob Ryan. From 21 Division, from 20, Steve Blom. And from the to acknowledge the Peel Regional Police this afternoon, our newest. Our members of the Peel Regional Police, if they stand and be recognized. We could also have the members of the recruit recognized for their training of our latest. College Institute are pleased to judge, and you're always welcome with us. Now we'll remove their hats and Peel Regional to
usually expect falling sorry. So I kindly ask for not being funny today. If you can join to reflect as members of the fine regional police, honorable men to answer this noble profession, which may bring risking their own all for the and property. These new members of strength, knowledge, and wisdom their duties. Of criminals while being children and law-abiding kind to all. For the dedicated class, that you continue to watch over your family, bless all and those who will. Lord, we pray to people continue great legacy to strive the prophet great nation of broken our heart to bless us of Mandela healing, so large to this horrific to and so much more why we, the men and women, is,
The Peel Regional Police Pipe. The members of the Peel Regional Police Union, our pipers, Robert and Pipe Band has a long and proud 1970 band functions throughout North America. The band has 1993 and hasn't. The Peel Regional Police Pipe Band wears the military members of our pipe band not only to practice weekly community event half. They exist the police family, and it is now my pleasure to introduce the police Amherst St. Kilda Board of 26 serving on the Heel Dutch Shell. After a 29-year career, Aliwalia has his master from McMaster with his wife in beer. Include founding director of Mississauga. Police recognized as a worldwide board.
Saturday, May 26th, a teenage ambush thought that men short. What happened? The policemen, volume 2, and played by the band, and they left. Half an hour, 75 guests and the band, civil return. Can I join boots off? And started playing like mad on the side. This is of the Peel Police, makes me so proud service today. So good evening. Here on behalf to the new into the Peel ceremony is one of, for me personally, culmination of so much hard work throughout here. And one thing I'll recognize that you didn't do it alone. Your class directors and some of them are here contributed to your success. Would mind because forward to meet the Peel. If you know the police service in Ontario, our one of you that you need serve the residents to make sure that you are well protected. As someone with a deep appreciation for the relationship between our community as we know today, you may know the region is known who was years ago. Mr. Metropolitan where he did and reduced what have become no enforcement. These officers must follow more notable are the public and the public resonates one of the four surround to the changes, but being is not easy. We proudly welcome future leaders. Put million people of Peel driving the many in Peel region. These which we on average every year. You feel as counting on its safety to the children you have chosen personal safety. Let me assure you here an entire I personally sincere to serve. You have yourself as a help a lot of people. The support of your colleague, big factor, and every proud of you as we, your friends, are proud of. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chair. Recruit Constable Tino. By Chief App, they are accompanied by Constable Darren. Constable Crispin, please have Class 1701 return to their seats.
1701, close our third. March. Move to the right, spray. Turn. By the left wheel, quit. March.
Once again, I would like to recognize and thank the Peel Regional Police Pipe Band for their attendance this afternoon. Now I'd like to call upon Chief Evans to address Recruit Class 1701.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Justice of the Peace Barnes, Chair Alawalia, Member of Parliament, Ms. Sonia Sidhu, senior officers, members of Peel Regional Police, last but certainly not least, friends and family, welcome. It is my privilege to welcome the newest members of Peel Regional Police, Recruit Class 1701. On behalf of myself and the members of my management team, I want to congratulate you. You have worked hard over the past few months, and I know you're all so anxious to just start policing. To the families and to the friends in the audience, I want to say thank you, because I know that the time that they have spent with us, focusing on their training, has been time that has been taken away from you. I want to assure you that they have been given the best training and equipment to ensure that they will be able to perform their duties safely. This is important to us because they are now part of our family as well. I want to thank our training team because they do an outstanding job in preparing these officers for frontline policing. I am sure the recruits have gone home exhausted, and many have, maybe on time to time, have complained about how tired they are because of their long training days. It is important that they know that their training is essential for their success as a police officer. And to the recruits, I want to remind you that your training will continue when you get to your platoons. And soon you will realize how much you still have to learn. You will see that unlike TV, we cannot solve crime in an hour. And you will also see that 80% of all calls for service actually don't even involve criminal acts, but actually involve social issues. These are challenging times for police, but I can assure you that Peel Regional Police are well regarded. Last year, our community survey revealed that 93% of our community said they were satisfied with Peel Regional Police. 93%. This was a 6% increase from 3 years prior. Remember this when you go on calls, because it's important for you to know that the community supports you. Remember that as a police officer, you will be held to a higher standard, and you should be. The authority that comes with a badge should never be taken lightly. Always do what is right. Always trust your instincts, and if you make a mistake, admit to it. We know that you're only human, and we all make mistakes from time to time. I have talked to you about courage. Not the type of courage that will enable them to run into a dangerous situation, but rather the courage for them to always do what is right. I tell you this to remind you that it's important that the community must always trust the police. Trust is something we should never take for granted. I want you to always be professional and always treat people with dignity and respect. And I can assure you, sometimes that is not going to be easy. But it will always be important. Treat people the way you want your friends and family to be treated. Easy to say. This won't be as easy to do sometimes because the people you will meet will not act like your friends and family. This is when you will have to take a deep breath and remember that the actions of any police officer in an instant can impact on an individual for life and even a community for generations. Each and every day you're reading stories in the newspapers about police interactions with the community. And I can assure everyone here that in reality, there are so many more positive stories than negative ones. Policing is a noble profession. And I expect that the officers graduating today will work hard to ensure that it stays that way. As a police officer, you will be confronted with adversity. People don't call the police because they're having a party, well, apparently except on Saturday. And apparently we did join the party. But for the most part, people don't call the police because they're having a party and they want us to celebrate with them. They call us when they're desperate and they need our help. Remember to help them. I wish you every success. And I can tell you from personal experience that you will make a difference. You will make friendships that will last a lifetime. You will see things that you could not have imagined possible. And you will help people in more ways than you will ever know. For those that know me, and there are lots in the room, I usually insert a quote from someone just to try to put a little more education into the theme of it. So today's quote is, "To know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded." Class 1701, this is your goal. I can assure you that every police officer sitting here today has already exceeded, because I see the countless number of letters and emails complimenting our officers and thanking them for the service. We have an excellent team here at Peel Regional Police. You have been chosen to join our ranks because we recognize something in you that adds to the strength of our team. That is something you should all be very proud of. Enjoy today. You have earned it. Recruit Class 1701, welcome to the Peel Regional Police.
Thank you, Chief Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome for our swearing-in portion of the ceremony, His Worship, Justice of the Peace, Mike Barnes. Recruit Constable Crispin, would you please prepare the class for the swearing-in?
Sir, everyone stand up.
Your Worship, the floor is yours.
No, actually, I'm not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you. Okay. swear I do the violence and abuse and I do
Okay.
that against her.
All right, if you'd just pay attention and repeat after me. I solemnly swear or affirm that I will be loyal to Her Majesty the Queen and to Canada, and I will uphold the Constitution of Canada, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve the peace, prevent offenses, and discharge my other duties as a police officer faithfully, impartially, and according to law. So help me.
Thank you, Your Worship. Class 1701, please be seated. Now for the moment apparently everyone's been waiting for. For some, a lifelong dream is about to be fulfilled as our members of Class 1701 are presented with their badges. The officers will receive their badges one at a time. As family members and supporters, you're very welcome to make your way to the front of the stage for a photo or two of your favorite police officer as they come up. You'll see them standing to the side here when they're next up. We'll provide you with all the opportunity you need to take as many pictures as you want to. We would ask that you come up to the front area, but please don't hand anything to the officers. Also, I would just ask that you refrain from handling anything to the officers as they pass by in front, and if you could please hold your applause until all of the officers have received their badges. If I could ask Chief Evans, Chair Alawalia, and His Worship Justice of the Peace Barnes to please step forward to present the officers with their badges. Some of our new officers are going to be presented their badge by a member of their family who has been or is serving with our police services, our other emergency services, or the military. I will be introducing the constables as they present themselves to receive their badges. And Constable Crispin, if you would please prepare the class for this badge presentation. And once again, if you could hold your applause till all of the officers have received their badges. Chad Mossop. Sir. Chad was born and raised in Newmarket, and after graduating from Seneca's Police Foundations program with Dean's Honors, he immediately pursued his childhood dream of becoming a police officer. Previously, Chad worked as a loss prevention officer at the LCBO and as a correction officer at the Toronto South Detention Centre. Chad's second passion is basketball. He's played in multiple charitable tournaments and hopes to continue playing with his new colleagues and future teammates here at Peel Police. Outside of basketball, he enjoys spending free time with his family and friends, staying fit, traveling around the world, apparently one country at a time. Ready? Apparently he's popular. Pavan Sandhu. Sir. Pavan attended Sheridan College where he graduated with honors in police foundations. Previously, Pavan worked at TD Canada Trust as a financial advisor and as mall security at the Bramalea City Centre. He has volunteered with Sick Kids, the Children's Miracle Network, and also as a wrestling coach with the Titans Wrestling Club. During his time at the Ontario Police College, Pavan was a student sports representative for his class and was awarded the Athlete of the Week. Outside of policing, some of his hobbies include playing basketball, softball, and spending time with family and friends. Jeremy Rupsick. Sir. Jeremy was born and raised in Oakville. He attended the University of Toronto, graduating with an Honours Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Communications. He also received a certificate in Digital Communications from Sheridan College. Previously, Jeremy worked as an electrical apprentice for his family's electrical contracting business and was an auxiliary police officer and was awarded the Silver Chiefs Award for his volunteering. He has been a youth leader and a Sunday school teacher at his church and a volunteer for the Oakville Distress Line. In his spare time, he enjoys an active lifestyle, working on his motorcycle and truck and spending time with family. Thomas Rao. Thomas is a lifelong resident of Durham, and previously he worked at the Rouge Valley Health System in Scarborough as a security guard. Thomas has his bachelor's degree in psychology and a diploma in police foundations from Centennial College. In his free time, he coached a house league football team, volunteered at the Rouge Valley Health System in the emergency department, and spent almost 3 years as an auxiliary officer with Peel Police. At the Ontario Police College, he was a pod leader, and his hobbies include playing soccer, home renovations, and most importantly, spending time with family and friends. Abby Langton. Originally from Liverpool, England, Abby now resides in the Greater Toronto Area. She attended Brock University, graduating with an honors Bachelor of Physical Education and a Bachelor of Education. Her teachable classes are Physical Education and Biology. Abby took additional courses in Special Education and then taught at grade 5, now she gave me lots of lessons on how to say this, Earlham Primary School in London, England. During her time at the Ontario Police College, she volunteered for flag duty, was a student duty officer, and a pod leader. In her free time, she enjoys participating in triathlons, playing soccer, and socializing with friends and family, and traveling to as many places as possible. Special presenter, Peel Regional Police Constable Amandla Pileggi will be presenting to his sister. Amandla Pileggi.
Sir?
Amanda was born and raised in Brampton. She has lived in New York City, Lansing, Michigan. She graduated from St. Francis College with a Bachelor of Science in Criminology and earned her Juris Doctorate from Michigan University College of Law. She then worked as an insurance attorney for 3 years. Amanda has enjoyed volunteering with the Boys and Girls Club of Lansing and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Peel. In her free time, she enjoys playing and watching sports and playing with her dog, Yogi Bear, and spending time with family and friends. Special presenter, Orange Air Ambulance Director and former paramedic Daryl Ewan will be presenting to his son. Come on up, sir. Colin Ewan. Sir. Colin spent the first 10 years of his life living in Galveston, Texas, and now calls the GTA home. He previously worked at Scotiabank and the Canadian Border Services Agency at Pearson Airport. Colin graduated from the University of Guelph-Humber with an honors Bachelor of Applied Science and Justice Studies and a diploma in Police Foundations. Colin has volunteered at the local YMCA, helping others achieve their personal fitness goals and mentoring youth. While attending the Ontario Police College, he was the student sports representative for his class, and in his free time, he enjoys hunting, target shooting, weight training, and spending time with family and friends. Bruno Branco.
Sir.
Bruno was born and raised in Toronto, and he married his high school sweetheart Elisa in 2005, and together they have a son, Tyson. Bruno graduated from the Court and Tribunal Agent program at Humber College, and during the past 2 years he worked for the Toronto Police Services, making himself popular as a parking enforcement officer. In 2011 and 12, he spent 2 months in Portugal and West Africa assisting in setting up a literacy program through the Alpha Lit International. In his free time, he enjoys spending time with his family and watching football. Matthew White.
Sir.
Matthew was born and raised in Ottawa and now resides in the GTA with his girlfriend, Anna. He attended the University of Ottawa, where he graduated with distinction with an honors degree in political science and public administration. While at university, Matthew spent 4 years as a varsity athlete and also volunteered with the Boys and Girls Club, Start to Finish, and youth hockey programs. He most recently worked for an executive recruitment firm as well as in the service industry. During his time at the OPC, he served as pod leader and volunteered with the Special Olympics team. Clive Mcgill.
Sir.
Born in Derbyshire in the UK, Clive is now a resident of the GTA. He graduated from the University of Warwick with a Bachelor of Manufacturing, Engineering, and Management. And stomping his feet. Clive was also commissioned as an officer in the British Army. During his service, he completed an operational tour in Afghanistan. Following his service, he moved into sales and business development roles, eventually moving to Canada in 2013 with his wife, Erica. Clive is our excellent class leader for this intake, and in his spare time enjoys cycling, climbing, fixing up his house, and walking his dog, Alba. Nitin Gajar.
Sir.
Born and raised in Mississauga, Nitin attended McMaster University, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in sociology. Nitin went on to work in various sectors of the customer service industry with the Bank of Nova Scotia, Federal Express Canada, and Paladin Security Group. Nitin has devoted his time as a committee chair with the Siva Food Bank and coaching boys under 7 at the Oakville Soccer Club. Outside of policing, he enjoys spending time with his family and friends, hiking and playing recreational sports. Aiden Shido. Adil has been a lifelong resident of Toronto. She attended York University, where she graduated with a degree in psychology. Adele worked for the United Parcel Services as a dangerous good auditor and was a member of the health and safety team. She enjoys volunteering with Youth at Risk Girls and coaching basketball for girls under 17 for her community. During her time at the Ontario Police College, Adele was a class leader and a member of the silent drill team. Her hobbies include traveling, playing basketball, ultimate frisbee, soccer, volleyball, and gaming. Also very popular. Spencer White.
Sir.
Spencer is a lifelong resident of Burlington, and he's been a member of the Canadian Military Reserves with the Royal Hamilton Light Infantry and has been a personal trainer. Spencer attended Notre Dame Secondary School and has a diploma from Humber College Exercise and Health Program. He has been a Big Brother volunteer for the past 2 years and was the drill leader for his class at the Ontario Police College. In his free time, he enjoys traveling, weight training, watching movies, and spending time with friends and family. Amanda Lamarche. Amber Lamarche. Amber grew up in Brampton and currently resides in the GTA. She is happily engaged to Cassandra Martino. Amber attended Wilfrid Laurier University, where she focused on criminology and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Amber worked in customer service for the past 10 years, in part as a bilingual customer service representative. She volunteers at Sunrise Therapeutic Riding Center, where she helps special needs children ride horses for therapy. While at the Ontario Police College, she was a pod leader, donated blood for the first time, and participated in the Special Olympics night. In her free time, she enjoys playing board games, soccer, reading, and spending time with family and friends. Kathy Vu.
Sir.
I got that one right. Kathy is a lifelong resident of Toronto. She attended Ryerson University, where she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Kathy's family owns a restaurant in Toronto where she worked throughout her school and eventually opened a second restaurant with her brother. She has volunteered her time mentoring a teenage girl with the Peer Project. During her time at the Ontario Police College, Kathy was a class leader, a pod leader, and she volunteered for the student duty officer and flag detail orderly. Outside of policing, she enjoys cooking, traveling, hiking, and spending time with family and friends. Dominique Bennett. Dominique grew up in Oakville and now resides in the GTA. She attended Southern Crescent Technical College in Griffin, Georgia for the Forensic Science Technology program. She's currently enrolled in the Child and Youth Care Advanced Diploma program at Mohawk College. Previously, Dominique was employed as a provincial offenses officer, designated as a park warden at Bronte Creek Provincial Park. During her time at the Ontario Police College, Dominique was a pod leader and volunteered with the Stem Cell One Match program and talent show. In her free time, she enjoys running, hot yoga, and spending time with family and friends. Abdul Tahir.
Sir.
Originally from Pakistan, Abdul now calls the GTA home. He attended Sheridan College, where he graduated with an investigation public and private diploma. Abdul worked at the Credit Valley Hospital as a mental health care security guard. He has volunteered his time with Humanity First and the Ahmadiyya Muslim community for 5 years. Outside of policing, he enjoys playing hockey, soccer, fishing, spending time with family. Kyle Govia.
Sir.
Originally from Ajax, Kyle now calls the GTA home. He attended Durham College, where he graduated from the program. Kyle worked at the Employment Center as a security guard supervisor and currently in his free time instructs Taekwondo classes in Scarborough. He has volunteered his time at Child and Family Services as a big brother and has volunteered at the Salvation Army Wilkinson Road Shelter. During his time at the Ontario Police College, Kyle was the student liaison leader, a pod leader, and participated in the OPC Talent Night, where he demonstrated the martial arts board-breaking sequence. Is that for me? No. Okay, Hugo Lopez.
Sir.
Originally from Leon, Nicaragua, Hugo grew up in North York before spending time in his high school years in Naples, Florida. While attending the University of Waterloo and the University of Toronto, Hugo competed in football and track and field. He studied arts and business with a specialization in human resource management and a major in Spanish. Hugo spent 6 years playing professional football with the Edmonton Eskimos and the Ottawa Red Blacks. He was also a strength and conditioning coach. Hugo volunteered his time serving as a mentor and coach for young athletes and students. At the Ontario Police College, he was chosen as the sports representative of his class and was selected class leader. Trevor Lau.
Sir.
Trevor is a native of Mississauga and currently lives in Oakville with his wife, Brooke, who just gave birth to their first child, Lucas, who interrupted his training. He studied business administration at the University of Toronto, Mississauga, and has a diploma in protection, security, and investigation college. Bring him on up. He's apparently wearing a Peel Regional Police onesie today. Trevor has worked in the construction and security industries and continues to serve as a paratrooper with the Queen's Own Rifles Regiment. Trevor enjoys volunteering his time with special needs children and youth in Oakville. During his time at the Ontario Police College, Trevor was a member of the Student Activities Committee and drill team. Matthew Briggs.
Sir.
Matthew grew up in Stouffville and now resides in the GTA with his wife, Caitlin. He attended Brock University, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Physical Education. He worked at the corporate office for the bulk barn as an inventory analyst while volunteering with the town of Richmond Hill. While at the Ontario Police College, Matthew participated in daily 5 a.m. workouts with other Peel recruits, participated as a student duty officer, flag officer, and was given an award for physical training effort. In his spare time, his hobbies include exercising and long-distance running. He completed a 160-kilometer race and continues to train for future marathons. Michael Thornhill.
Sir.
Born and raised in Hamilton, Michael now lives in the GTA with his partner Janelle and daughters Ayana and Naya. Michael worked in youth justice at the Earl Youth Center and then in the forensic mental health at SILAPS Youth Center. Michael studied criminology at the Wilfrid Laurier University and has a diploma in police studies and pre-health and science. Michael has volunteered coaching youth basketball and the Compassionate Society. At the Ontario Police College, Michael was a pod leader on the Student Activity Council and fundraised for the Badge for Life Canada. Emin Osmani.
Sir.
Originally from Pristina, Kosovo, Emin now calls a GTA home where he lives with his wife Buki and son Olti. Emin earned his bachelor's degree in physical education from the University of Pristina. He worked as an office manager at Crestview Strategy, a public affairs firm in Toronto and Ottawa. Emin enjoys volunteering his time with the food bank program at Richview Baptist Church and the Albanian Canadian Community Association. At the Ontario Police College, Emin was the student sports representative, volunteered at the OPC Special Olympics, led fitness classes, and earned police fitness awards and physical training effort awards. Christina Ladniak.
Sir.
Christina was born and raised in Hamilton. She attended McMaster University, where she earned an honors Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology and psychology. Christine worked as a strength and conditioning coach at the Hamilton Skating Club, as well as a server at Buffalo Wings. Christina has volunteered for numerous organizations, including the Start to Finish program, the Special Olympics, and coaching a local high school basketball team. While at the OPC, she was a class leader, a student sports representative, a pod leader, a student duty officer, flag duty officer, and an administrative staff member of the talent show. Candice Seol. Candice is originally from Trinidad and Tobago and grew up in Scarborough. She now lives in the GTA with her husband Don and their 3 children. Candice graduated from the University of Western Ontario and then moved on to Chicago for 15 years. There she worked as a restaurant manager, director of purchasing for the Park Hyatt Chicago, owned and operated her own cafe, and then came back and worked in the Markham Department of Culture. Candice volunteered with the 100 Women Who Care Markham, 360 Kids, and the Catholic Women's League. At the OPC, Candice was a student duty officer, flag duty officer, pod leader, and was awarded the Physical Training Effort Award and the 100% 2017 Ontario Fitness Pin Award. Peter Grant. Peter has lived in Brampton most of his life and is excited to continue his career being at the service of the residents of Peel Region. Peter began his career with the Peel Regional Police in 2002 as a Prisoner Escort Bureau member and then went on to achieve the rank of supervisor and was subsequently recognized with the Peel Regional Police Civilian Supervisor Cares Award. Peter graduated with honors in Police Foundation's leadership and has a certificate in adult learning. He is motivated by the adage, a calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. Peter enjoys spending time with his 3 daughters, Allie, Cara, and Brienne, staying active, traveling, and a good TV series. Brandon Burr.
Sir.
Originally from Thornhill, Brandon now lives in the GTA. He attended Queen's University, where he graduated with an honors Bachelor of Commerce. Brandon worked at the Canadian Border Services Agency as a student border service officer and as a first aid instructor for St. John Ambulance. Brandon volunteered his time as an advanced medical first responder, providing emergency care to or at community events. And at the OPC, Brandon helped teach fellow students to swim at weekly swimming workshops. Brandon enjoys spending his time playing guitar, riding his motorcycle, and spending time with family and friends. Yash Chowdhury.
Sir.
Yash was born in India and moved to Canada in 2002 with his family and now resides in the GTA. He attended the University of Toronto, where he graduated with an honors Bachelor of Science in Economics and Psychology. Previously, Yash worked as a junior Canada-Ontario job grant administrator at VPI Working Solutions. Yash volunteered with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Peel, and at the Ontario Police College was a leader for group assignments and helped lead his class to the volleyball intramural championships. Easy for me to say. Ryan Evans.
Sir.
Ryan was born and raised in Ottawa, where apparently the drinking water causes you to grow to tall heights. Previously, he worked as a youth justice worker in a secure custody setting, providing rehabilitation to youth. Ryan earned a diploma in community and justice service from Algonquin College. And at the Ontario Police College, was a sports representative and helped lead his team to win the volleyball intramural championship. In his spare time, surprisingly enough, he coaches basketball for youth under 17, Intercity Basketball League, and for underprivileged youth. Ryan played basketball for the University of Ottawa and also represented Ontario and Canada in national and international tournaments. Jessica Crispin.
Sir.
Jessica is a lifelong resident of Brampton. She graduated from Sheridan College in Police Foundations. She volunteered to be the first female group of the Jessica volunteered for the first female group of the Iron Joan program and is a graduate of Brampton Centennial Secondary School, where her policing journey began. Jessica serves as an infantry sergeant with the Lawrence Scots Regiment of Canada, and during her time at the Ontario Police College, Jessica was part of the March Past drill team, a class leader, and has also been our very fine drill leader for this graduating class. In her spare time, she enjoys playing rugby, going to movies, spending time with family and friends, and long walks on the beach, perhaps at Professor's Lake. Well, I think you're the rowdiest audience we've ever had at this graduation ceremony. At this time of the program, I would like to call upon class spokesman, Constable Amandla Pileggi, to say a few words on behalf of her classmates. Amanda?
Good afternoon, Chair Aluwalia, Chief Evans, Your Worship Barnes, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Peel Police, family and friends, my fellow classmates, class 1701. Well, we made it. We all hoped we'd get here, although at some points on our journey, I'm sure we each had moments of doubt, making us question ourselves and our choice to become a police officer. It probably happened somewhere between Hot Pursuit and the HCA definitions quiz. And sure, those first 3 weeks seemed like years. and it felt like we never get there, but eventually we made it to OPC. There, we made it through classes, a few more fitness tests, 7 a.m. drill after staying up late studying, of course, among other things. At times, just getting enough time for lunch seemed like an insurmountable task, but we did it, and we did it together. We stressed, we sweat, we laughed, we stressed some more, and then we graduated. Then another moment of doubt. There's no possible way I passed that open book traffic quiz. But we did, every single one of us. As we headed back to 180 Dairy for our post-training, the doubts lingered. Are we going to make it through Mr. Mallon's workouts? Will Clive's shorts go past his upper thigh? Will Johnny haunt our dreams forever? And yet here we are, in one piece. We have been called to a noble profession, that of a law enforcement officer. And while we are law enforcement officers, we do so much more than simply enforce the law. We are mediators, social workers, role models, emergency responders, and sometimes lifesavers. Soon, our profession will afford us the opportunity to interact with people from all walks of life. We must remember to do so with respect, empathy, and professionalism. 100% professional, 100% of the time. This group of people to my left are as diverse as the region that we will soon police. We have pizza store owners, electricians, professional football players, bankers, mothers, fathers. We speak nearly a dozen languages. And for the past 6 months, we've worked together to achieve a common goal: to become officers ready to make an immediate contribution to our fine service and the community we will soon police. There is a famous quote that says, "The only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing." So let's go out and do something. Do good. We can't forget a big reason we wanted to don this uniform in the first place, and that was to help people. I didn't practice turning the pages with gloves on. I apologize. In our time together, I've seen it in each of you, a willingness to help. Colin will help you with multivitamins and protein bars. As you saw, Ryan will help you get things in high places. Chad and his hard-boiled eggs will help you stay awake and remind you that your sense of smell is intact. Etta will help you be on time for anything with her midday alarm, the reason for which we're still trying to figure out. Jeremy will help push you down the hallway at the end of a long workout to make sure you finish. We've all got something to offer. Don't forget that. Lastly, but most certainly not least, don't forget your family and friends and those who helped get you here today, including our recruiters and members of the Training Bureau. Sergeant de Cordova, Constable Shear, Sergeant Krause, Constable Naismith, and our OPC trainers, as well as Mr. Mallon and the entire use of force staff. I think I speak for the class when I say I know I will never look at a set of stairs the same way again, but I also know that your training and guidance have more than prepared us to become competent, productive officers once we hit the road. If we can remember to smile like Sergeant de Cordova, be as understanding as Constable Shear, be as knowledgeable as Sergeant Krause, and as helpful as Constable Naismith even half of the time that we're out there, we will be exceptional officers. Without support from those who love us, we would simply not have the privilege of wearing this uniform and representing the finest police service in Canada. Our families have not chosen this profession and the sacrifices that come with it, yet they too will sacrifice much. Thank you to all of the families here today for your unwavering support and love. We would not be here without you. To my family, who actually had no idea I'd be standing up here today, surprise, see you over there, and thank you. There are not enough words to adequately express how thankful I am for your continued support, guidance, and everything you've done for me. 1701. We've laughed together, we've sweat together, and we've cried together. I couldn't have asked for a better group of 30 people to go through this experience with. I am honored to stand with each of you as colleagues, and even more honored to call you my friends. I know you will all do great things. Remember your first contact approach. Remember how it felt to be OC sprayed. Watch the hands, stay safe, and make it home. I look forward to standing with you as brothers and sisters for the next 30 years. And know that even though we're all going to our separate divisions, I will never be more than 3 minutes away if you need my help. In closing, I'll use some words from Sergeant Coomer. Always believe in what you do. Always be truthful. It's your path to success. Always have optimism and diligence. It will pave that path. Remember to have a little fun. It will shorten that path. Be thorough. The rest will take care of itself. Always be fair. It is the name of the game. Never assume anything. You will regret it. Never lose your temper. It will haunt you. Never lose your compassion. It will haunt someone else. Once a month, take a minute and remember your first day on the job, which for me is tomorrow at 6 a.m. Always wave back. It means more than you know. Be proud. There's nothing like it. Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Job well done. At this time, I would like to ask Chief Evans and Miss Edith Farrow to please come forward to present the L.W. Farrow Award. The Larry Farrow Award is given to the member of the recruit class who best exemplifies spirit, leadership, understanding, and tolerance. This award is voted upon by the class members themselves in honor of Sergeant Larry Farrow, a former long-standing member of the Recruiting and Training Bureau. Miss Edith Farrow is Larry's mother. The recipient of the L.W. Farrow Award for Class 1701 is Constable Peter Grant. We practice and practice. Congratulations, Peter. Constable Crispin, please present. Oh, I'll wait for Peter. Constable Crispin, please present graduating class 1701 for the Legacy Sword presentation.
Sir, 1701, stand up.
On January 1st, 1974, 5 former police services amalgamated to create what is now known as the Peel Regional Police. These 5 police services were Mississauga, Streetsville, Port Credit, Brampton, and Chinguacousy. In the 40 years plus that have since passed, the Peel Regional Police has grown into the 33rd largest municipal police service in our country. We are a progressive service that is continually built on the legacy and reputation of the 5 former police services, making each and every member proud to be Peel. The Legacy Sword presentation is symbolic of the changing of military command ceremonies. We have commissioned a 1974 Peel Regional Police Sword, generously provided to us by the Peel Regional Police Association as the Legacy Sword. The Legacy Sword is detailed with the names of the 5 former police services, and it reflects the leadership, dedication, and professional excellence that the members of the Peel Regional Police consistently provides to the community for which we serve. Sergeant Jeff Mitchell has been invited to challenge today's graduating class with carrying on the legacy of the Peel Regional Police. Sergeant Mitchell joined the Peel Regional Police in May 1984 and has been assigned to uniform patrol and supervisory duties at 12 Division, 22 Division, and at the Airport Division. He has been an investigator with the Major Collisions Bureau, Criminal Investigations Bureau at both 22 and at the Airport Division, as well as our Fraud Bureau and also our Technical Crimes Unit. Sergeant Mitchell is particularly proud of his current posting, which has been as a training sergeant in the Use of Force Bureau. In that time, he has been involved in the training of 13 classes, which equals approximately 400 recruits. Over the past 33 years, Sergeant Mitchell has attended courses and conferences throughout Canada and the United States. Sergeant Mitchell is a recipient of the Police Exemplary Service Award with 30-year bar and the recipient of the Frank Fernandez Award, recognizing professional excellence in the field of forensics. Sergeant Mitchell will be retiring in June, completing just over 33 years of service with the Peel Regional Police, and his wife, Pat, who is also retiring, has served 27 years as a communicator with the Peel Regional Police. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Jeff Mitchell. This challenge will be to build upon the proud legacy that this organization has established and to leave the Peel Police in a better place for the generations that follow. Sergeant Mitchell will now ask Constable Crispin if Class 1701 will accept the challenge of carrying on the legacy of the Peel Regional Police. Thank you, Sergeant Mitchell. Constable Crispin, please form Class 1701 for dismissal. Can I now have Constable Joanne Chiro return to the podium for the singing of God Save the Queen? If I could have those in attendance in uniform, please replace your headdress. Once again, I will ask that Chief Evans and Constable Crispin take the salute. Joanne.
God save our glorious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Thank you, Constable Chiro. Please be seated. As the ceremony is almost complete, I would just like to let everybody know that just down the hallway here in our community room, we will be serving some light refreshments for your enjoyment after our dismissal. Chief Evans, I present to you Class 1701. May I have your permission to dismiss them to their duties? Thank you. Constable Crispin, please dismiss Class 1701 to their duties.